With an allergy to water, having a wash is really difficult. I'm starting out by taking my blood pressure and temperature, 36.9, and then selecting my sensitive skin friendly products. I'm taking this dry brush and just going over my skin to exfoliate and get rid of some of the dead skin that builds up on my skin. Then I'm jumping in the shower. It usually takes about 5 to 10 minutes before the pain starts, but once it does, it can last anywhere up to 3 hours after the initial contact with water. When I jump out of the shower, I'm in a lot of pain. Come back for part 2. After I've dried off and moisturised my skin, I am in a lot of pain. I literally just writhe around in my bed until the pain stops and I start to feel exhausted. In really bad cases, I take painkillers and anti-sickness meds, but today I'm not doing that. I'm eating something small to keep my energy up. It literally tastes like cardboard. I hate it, but otherwise I get worse. There wasn't a crazy difference between my blood pressure and heart rate before and after the shower, but more worryingly, my temperature went from 36.1 to 41, which is feverish.
So moment of truth for this one.
So if y'all remember, a few weeks ago when I had my clear tubes, I dyed them, and then I saw some girl dye her feet, and I thought that looked so fun. So I'll add her below and give her creds because I can't remember her name off the top of my head, but I'm going to dye my feet because I miss dyeing the tube, and I didn't even think about doing this. Hers, you can like screw the lid back on so she puts it in there and then shakes it up, but mine can't, so I'm going to dye it inside of the bag. I think I'm going to do pink because that was the next color I was going to do my tube, but then ended up not putting in another clear one. So I'm going to see if I can make it work. So my mom only uses like the thick dyes, and I don't know why, so that's all I have. So I decided to just dye the water really red, and then I'm going to try and mix in the water with it and then see if that works. I have no idea if it will, but so fingers crossed. This is dark enough.
It looks like a strawberry milkshake. That's so cool. What color should I do next?
Hey everyone, I'm going to try to fit this whole thing into 1 minute because usually I don't. I have to take a separate video and upload it. Today we have my mentally ill sister with me. You want to talk about your mental illness while I do this?
Anyway, I have 5 mental illnesses. We're not going to talk about them. Actually, I guess we can because you're putting your nose too big. So I have ADD, bipolar, complex PTSD, and dissociation. And then I also have allergies. I have a nut allergy. I have a latex allergy. I'm allergic to a bunch of fruits because of the allergy and the latex allergy. I'm allergic to every type of grass and every type of tree except 2 and ragweed.
Yep, so that's my sister.
And then she's just special because...
Why won't my guide wire come out? It looks like I'm crying and it's painful. I swear it's not painful and I'm not crying. It's simply just the fact that there's a tube in my nose. Where's my tape? I lost my tape. Hold on. There we go, found it. And I'm going to check placement off camera because it takes too long, so.
The amount of homework is unfair.
I mean, but you guys can also agree that perfect attendance is an unfair and unjust reward system, right? Instilling ableist ideas in children from a young age, because it's really unfair to chronically ill or just ill children in general, or kids with different domestic circumstances, especially because attendance is largely out of the child's control anyhow, right? And I mean, it's probably just America's way of brainwashing us from a young age to have an unhealthy work ethic because they only care about us as cogs in the capitalist system and they don't value our worth as human beings. Right?
What?
Right.
Who is she?
Right, but that homework.
I think I knew it was getting bad again when I started to do everything sitting down. And I think I understood it was getting bad again when a smile became much more difficult to produce than a frown. When the room didn't light up whenever I was around, and when the tears came silently, not creating any sound. And I think I knew it was bad when my own internal clock stopped ticking.
You ever seen a ghost? I was over on the bench. I was over on the bench. I was over on the bench. I was sitting over on the bench. I was over on the bench. I made a salad with craisins.
You're getting wow. Is that shit? Oh my god, a baby. Beans!
Literally, that's what we came for.
Beans. Baby beans. A war vet.
If you are a weed smoker or you are interested in trying cannabis, I want to tell you my little sentence that I made up. I've researched cannabis for about, 3 or 4 years, and I've learned quite a bit. This will not work in everyone. It's about 80%, I'd say, depending on what your genetics are and your metabolism. But from what I can tell, here's my sentence. When you're blue, meaning sad, smoke blue. That's indica. It's usually written in blue. When you are seeing red, which is mad, smoke red, which is sativa. And if you're ever nauseous or your stomach is cramping or hurting, in me, that was excess serotonin. Smoke an indica. You need to close those vessels. Indica helps close the vessels. But weed is also affected by the amount of sunlight you get. So I don't want to go into all that. I'll probably confuse you. That's basically it. And just...
This is something I deal with because of Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. If I sit for more than 15 to 20 minutes, my legs stop working. This happened tonight after I finished working on orders for my shop. I push myself too much because I hate not being able to work and be normal.
When someone's experiencing tightness of the chest, whether it's intermittent, constantly, or chronically, and a doctor can't figure out what's wrong, and it's a complete and total mystery, then they're experiencing a vagus nerve issue. That vagus nerve runs from the brain, runs down to the stomach. That vagus nerve can get inflamed. Viruses such as Epstein-Barr release a powerful neurotoxin. That neurotoxin clings to the vagus nerve, causing inflammation in different areas of the vagus nerve, creating the sensation of tightness in the chest, even though your pulmonologist and your neurologist check out everything's fine.